All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It takes about 5 or 6 seconds for this to come up, so you'll probably hear me say it again. And the reason why I say it again is because otherwise it kind of gets cut off. I don't know why, but the first 5 or 6 seconds tends to get cut off. So welcome to the stream. I'm Tim Haid. I'm the guy that's doing the Filemaker videos. I also own a company called Luculent Media, and so if you see Luculent Media, what we do there is we do a bunch of live streaming of video games and stuff. And if there's not a link in the description, then just go ahead and go over there and see what it is all about. Of course, in this particular genre, you guys probably aren't real big into the gaming scene, so you're probably more into the scripting scene. So today, here we are. We're at the opening page. We are going to work on, and honestly, I hate to say this, but by goodness, I just don't know. I keep forgetting it. There's so many things that go on. I actually run a store, and I run FileMaker in my store. It saves me tens of thousands of dollars every single year. So this is like a very, very, very big thing. And the reason why I'm doing this video or these videos, the reason why I'm doing them the way that I'm doing them, is to help you, the business owner, navigate through this stuff so that you can actually build something that's going to work for you, that to create a digital sales register. When I was doing it, just building the program for me was like someone said, oh, we'll do it for $14,000. And I was like, and I thought about it. I really did. I thought very heavily about maybe doing the $14,000 one. But then they said, okay, and it's $186 a month for us to administer it or to run the admin part. That's not what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to create a system that you can run yourself in your small business, and you can get all the information that you want to get. Like in the daily sales, as you saw, we put together the daily sales thing, and we wrote in the notes wherever something was dismissed. We have the security button that we did, which basically tells us who tried to put in the wrong information or who tried to access the overrides or whatever. And then obviously you can go back to the admin. Now, in those particular fields, like in the inventory field, when you go to inventory admin, what you can do is you can create a code that you carry with you, basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the code is. And you can put in like a little box here, and that little box will be in all of your files, your admin sections or whatever. And so in order to get from one to the other, to just go through them so that you're not stuck, because this one will sort the records. And we do have an administrator. So in this one, if someone accidentally gets to the admin, they can get from here, they can get anywhere that they want to. So what you can do in this particular case, and in all cases, is you can put in a security code. New record. Okay. So what did I do with that? Let's edit this layout really fast and find out what we're doing. So this is our security box that we added in, and what we can do with the security box is we're going to bring up our inspector, and we're going to find out why we can't get into it. So data, we're going to go to data, make it available in browse mode, because that's the problem, is it wasn't available in browse mode. What we can do is the security box can be utilized to put in an entry code. So if you go anywhere else, so like in this daily sales, instead of just going to the daily sales admin thing, what you would do is you would put in a security code before you do that. And most of the time it's just a 3-digit number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, something pretty simple. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into our daily sales, and we're going to see what it says to do. So it says to do a single step. Well, we don't want to do that. We want to perform a script. We're going to change it to a script. We're just going to add a thing, and we're going to call this Security, and I don't remember where we were going. Where were we going? Does anyone remember where we were going? So this is the, let's just cancel this because I don't remember where it was going. Daily sales. Okay. So this is the new script. And we can rename it here in just a minute so that it's not like totally lost and you guys are like, well, I don't even remember what that script was for. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, we're just going to go ahead and put in an if statement. So if, and there's always a lot of ifs, especially when you're dealing with stuff like this. So if the security box is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, whatever the case is. I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 because we've pretty much set everything else up on 1, 2, 3, 4, but you can set this up on whatever you want to. So if it is equal to it, then what we want it to do is what I did was I clicked in this white field. I'm going to type go, and it'll be go to layout. And that layout will be I believe sales report. Yep, sales report. And then if we just click on it, we can drag it up and put it in there. And then we can put halt script. And we're going to put the halt script up there. Now we're done with that if, but we need to create another if, because what if it's not the wrong one? Oh, we also need to set a field. Remember, we need to, because if we don't set the field, we'll specify the field security box. Okay, we're going to specify what happens to it. We're going to clear it out. Don't forget to do that. And that has to go above. It has to go above the go to layout, because once you're gone, you don't want to confuse it. So you're going to say, hey, if it's that, then clear it and go to this layout. It's no big deal, because once you started this action, it's not going to stop until it gets to halt script. So now we're going to do another if statement. And the cool thing is we can copy this for every single one of them and then just rename it, like inventory and security and blah, blah, blah. And then the only thing that we have to do is we have to change what layout we're going to. So it's pretty simple. So what we'll do now is we're going to do the if the security box is not equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we can do is, let's go back. Let's add parentheses and then add 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I like to add parentheses, and the reason why is because then it makes it exact. It has to be exact. And so we could do the very same thing with this one, just by going into the FX. We can take this, create that, just like that. Pretty simple, right? Okay. So if the security box is not equal to 1, 4, then what we're going to do is we're going to show a custom dialog. And the custom dialog that we want it to say is admin has been alerted, or unauthorized access denied. Unauthorized access denied. Attempts. I should probably learn how to spell. attempts to access the admin sections of this. We don't want to call it a solution because most people won't understand what a solution is. So, hi CK, how are you? Yes, I'm doing something completely different, CK, and so most people don't talk to me on this one. And so that's the reason why I didn't even see that you were there. But hey, thank you very much for joining me. It's very much more boring, basically, very, very much more boring than the other place. So, but hey, thank you very much for being here, CK. And yes, I'm doing infotech. Okay, so attempts to access the admin sections of this software. Will be reported to admin. Repeated attempts may result in immediate termination or I don't know, what else should we put there? We could say and or legal. CK, in case you're still watching me, I'm going to pop out the chat so I can actually see it and put it where it belongs, because before it wasn't over there. So now I'm moving it. So now if you do say something, CK, now I'll actually be able to see it when you do it. Repeated attempts may result in immediate termination and or reprimand. Period. And we don't need to cancel because we don't really care about the cancel. And I never do care about the cancel because what does cancel do? Nothing. It does absolutely nothing. And we're going to take our thing and we're going to move it there. But we also need to set the field, right? So let's type in set field. And that field is going to be the security box. And we are going to clear it. And now what you can do is you can send that information to your security thing. You love Infotech and you have Infotech. Oh, in school, sweet. Well, this really will help you very much. CK, it's good to see you. Attempts to access the admin. Okay, so we did show a custom dialog after that, and then we can either halt the script if we want to, and just put it above the end if, and basically that's what it does. It just closes the pop over, or it'll close that window as soon as they press OK. So that's the great thing. But what we do want to do is we want to go to our security thing. So what we should do is we should say, let's do go to, or yeah, let's go to layout. And the layout that we want to go to is the security one. The security data. But what we want to do first is we want to freeze the window. So what we'll do is we will show the custom dialog. We will freeze the window. We'll go to the security data layout. Then we're going to need to set the fields. If we remember what any of the fields are in the actually, what do we need to do? We need to add a new record, don't we? When we go there, we're going to add a new record request. New record request. And then we can set a field and say, so let's specify a field. And in this one, we're going to want to go to the security logs. And we'll want to go into attempt. Because I'm pretty positive that attempt is the text field that we have. And then the calculated result is, we'll say, portal access. Okay. Oop. What? Calculation will be evaluated. Let's see, cancel. Specify the target field. Calculated result will be, I don't know why it wants me to do that. Security log. Attempt. It is a text field. And it will be portal access. Okay. This Filemaker 14 is kind of interesting, the Pro Advanced one, because it sometimes like throws you these wrenches and you're just like, what's going on? Okay, so here's our new script. And then we can commit the records. And we obviously will perform it without dialogue. And this new records request, it didn't have a freeze thingy. So then what do we have to do? We have to go back to the original layout. And halt script. So now let's try this. Let's try this and see if it works. Exit the layout. Let's put in there 1376. Press daily sales. Oh, see, now it says access is denied, blah, 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 termination and or reprimand. So you're like, okay. Then you type in 1235. Click daily sales. Same thing. But now let's go to our security really fast and see what it says. So in the security it says portal access. Portal access. Now the fields that we can actually access in this are the invoice number, the timestamp, the attempt, and the register. Well, the attempt is all that we really need to do. Only you turn on this channel videos. I mean, is this your private channel? It is my private channel, actually, CK. This was the original channel. This was the original channel that I started with, and then I created Luculent Media to do gaming and stuff like that. So it's much more different in this channel than it is in the other channel. And I actually did do this in one of my channels, CK. When I very first did Luculent, I put one of these videos in there, and everybody was like, they're writing me letters. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this in Luculent? Because this is a gaming channel. I was like, oh, wow. It was interesting, that's for sure. So we just took it off. We took off the thing, and then so now that every time that I do, it goes to Timothy. So when I do the FileMaker stuff, it's all on this one. So now you know who I am. Oh no! What am I gonna do? He knows who I am. Okay, so we can exit the layout, and then we see that there was actual portal access, and we see what time it was, and we can put something. We can put a number in on the invoice if we really want to, and we can put in, like, if you wanted to, say, put something in on the admin button. Say what register it is, you know. But when it comes to the admin section, there really is no register involved. So because it's completely segregated, it's completely different. It's in its own little world. So now we'll go back to the admin, and now we know that we have the daily sales, the inventory, the menu button, the security button, and you can lock all of them if you want to. You don't have to, because you can go to the menu button and it just takes you straight to this menu part. But from the menu part, you cannot go to the admin, right? Because if you go to, like, the invoice, there's an admin section in the invoice. Do we have it hooked up? Let's find out what's going on. Okay. Ooh, don't want to do that. I want to see what it does. So it performs the script, an admin code invoice. And so you just go to 1, 2, 3, 4, you set the field, go to layout, halt script, end if, and set the field, register override 0. So this one doesn't actually do anything when you press the admin button. Probably because the reason why we didn't do it is because it's very close to the menu button and someone may accidentally push the button. So that's the reason why we did that. So in order to actually get to where we need to go, we'll exit the layout, go into the security box, 1, 2, 3, 4, press the admin. Now it takes us there. So let's do really quick and manage our scripts. Because we just, remember, if we just added our brand new script, new script. And this one we want to change the name to. Rename it. And this is sec daily sales. And what that is a security daily sales one. So now if we right click on it, what we can do is we can duplicate it. And we're going to call this one inventory. So we'll rename that one to sec inventory. And what other ones did we have? The sec security, duplicate, rename, sec security. Okay. Now if we go to the sec inventory, all that we have to do for sec inventory is change the field where we want it to go. So going to the layout, instead of going to daily sales, we're going to want it to go to the inventory. Inventory admin, there it is. And Control S will save it so you don't have to worry about it. And then if you want to, you can open the sec security. And see how it just keeps stacking them? It'll just keep stacking them forever. I like it when we alone because when we with more people, you sometimes don't read what I have written. You're absolutely right. I do get very confused, CK, because I have, believe it or not, one of these days I'm going to make a video and I'm going to show you the video. And it'll probably be posted here, but I have like a computer screen on one side of me, a computer screen on the other side of me, a computer screen in the front of me. I have a camera there, a camera there. I have the microphone in front of me. I have a computer screen up there and a tablet screen down here, the keyboard, and all kinds of technical stuff around me. And so it does get very confusing because you're having to watch like all of these different things all at one time. Like Josh will tell me, he'll send me a message and it'll appear on one of my screens and it'll be like, hey Tim, you got to do this, you got to do that, or you forgot to do this, or I can't hear you, or whatever the case might be, and you'll be like, what am I gonna do? And you kind of freak out. But you're right, I like it when it's one-on-one, CK, and I really appreciate that. Did you hear last night, CK, by the way, that Minecraft, so all of the Minecrafts are going to be put onto like a server unit where, so no matter what platform you are, if you're on Android, Apple, PlayStation, whatever, you will all be, they will bring the entire Minecraft community together, all together, so you can play with anybody on Minecraft. FYI, I don't know if you saw that last night, but it was part of that thing that's going on right now, the tech thing. I'm sure Josh will tell me what it is when he gets a chance.
E3.
Yeah. Okay, so where are we at? We're on sec security. So this one, we would go to a different layout, and this layout would be the security data. Now, if you just press Control and S, it will automatically save it. Yes, you have seen the video. Sweet. So now we can close this down if we want to, and on the inventory side, we can tell it that we actually want it to perform the script, and we'll pick the script, and this one is the inventory one, so S inventory, and the security one, perform the script, and this is the security one. So now, every single time that you use this, if we exit the layout, in this particular case, you have to put those numbers in every single time. From Minecraft. Minecraft actually did it. Well, that's cool. That's really cool. I did not know that. Because I thought, when they released it yesterday, I was like, holy camole. Wow, it was amazing. It was really super cool information. I thought at the time, I thought I was like privileged because I was watching it. Do you have a server, a big server? Wow. That would be amazing. You know what? We're gonna have to do some stuff, CK. I need to figure out what game is it that I need to get. Just the regular game, because I want to be able to do some stuff with you, and I know Andrew wants to do some stuff with you too on Minecraft. He's really, really big into wanting to do some stuff. But he doesn't know how to set that stuff up, and he doesn't know how to do that yet. And with our systems, we can't really set up a server unless we set it up outside. And the our internet service provider won't let us do it without paying a gigantic amount of money. So, okay, so back onto the administrator portal. If we don't put in the number, if we put in just whatever number that we want to and we press security, the same stuff happens. But if we press in the right number and we go to security, it'll take us to security and it'll tell us all of the portal access. And that's actually, I misspelled the word access. I can't believe I did that. I misspelled the word access. Okay, so let's do this. The cool thing from here is I can just delete the record, because I am in the admin section, and we'll just delete those records. But now I can go into edit, layout, manage, scripts, and where is it? Show custom dialog. Let's show custom dialog. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Everything in there is correct. Portal access, that's what we want. ACC. Okay. Now press Control S. Makes me feel bad when I misspell a word like that. And what's funny is I'm usually very good at not misspelling words. Okay, so now that we have created an envelope, or we've created a system where our let's go out, let's go back into the admin. Now this portal, this particular section is completely secure. Now what we could do in addition to is, and we're going to add more, right now it just says button, but we're going to add a lot more into our software or into our solution as we get farther down the line. So what should we do now? Let's go to edit the layout so we can at least know where we're going. We need to go to our invoice, and we have this pending button. So what did we do with the pending button? Perform script pending. Okay. So go to layout, pending, new record, request. Then go back to the original layout, new script. Okay. So let's go to pending really fast and see where we are on pending. So did we create a 2002? We did create a 2002. So actually, this is going to take us to someplace interesting. Do a vlog because I see you room, who you gaming, and so on. Will you do a vlog because I will see your room and what you're gaming on? Well, I will do a vlog. That was my plan, is to eventually do a vlog, to get to that point. Okay, so as it comes to here, if we push cash sale, we're at 2002 now. Verify the cash sale, it goes to 2013. So if we show all the records, 2012, did we fix the cash sale? Did we fix the cash sale? That's what I'm looking for. Did we fix the cash sale thing? So we did do if is empty. So go to layout original. So when will I do a vlog? I'm not really sure when I will do the vlog. It will be this summer for sure. But right now I'm just so busy with everything else that to actually get a camera and to show it, to show everything that's going on. We do have a camera, but it's one of those, it makes it complicated. But I will this summer. I promise I will do it this summer. Okay, so on the, what we did is we went and we set all of the fields in our cash sale register. And then what we needed to do is we went to the layout, the daily sales report, did a new record request, commit records request. We went to the original layout, and then if is empty, register pending ID. New record request. But if it's not, come on, please. One day I will do it, I promise you. I promise you. But right now it's not on the top of my list of things to do. So if is empty, register new record request. What was I thinking when I did that? Because it should have, where is my lock? Okay, let's just go okay. Let's close this out. And then the thing is it should, if you are pressing the button, it should erase all of the information prior to. Hold on just a second. I have to go over here and grab some. One of our vendors came in and they have like stuff that I have to quick take care of. But I will be right back. Just give me a minute. Shouldn't take me more than a minute or so. As soon as they come up. When we have vendors come in during the daylight hours or whatever, we have to take care of them when they come in. So if you'll just give me just a second, I will. But do not a stream when I am dead. Don't worry, I won't. Not when you're dead, I promise. Okay, be right back. See you guys in just a second. All right, so I'm back. Anyway, don't worry, you'll be alive. You'll be alive, CK. I promise you. We'll do it. It's right now. It is such a mess. You have to understand. Josh's office is right behind my office, and Andrew's portal is right next to mine. So there's like a computer system like right next to mine, but we can't do them at the same time. But there's always somebody streaming. There's like, once I get done streaming, Josh gets his stuff set up and then he starts streaming, and then Andrew comes in and he does his streaming. And so it's about getting the time, and frankly, my desk is a mess. It is a mess. I have everything. I have so much stuff on my desk because I'm also running a business too. Okay, so Sarkis, how are you? It's good to see you on my stream. So if we go to here, why is we true, the straight money in the suitcase? You're right, I do have the money in the suitcase. Okay, timestamp pending number. So if I go to pending, I go into, let's see, nope, need to go to held. So these are held invoices. So what needs to happen is, once an invoice is taken care of, there needs to be a system that, thanks, there needs to be a system that erases it or tells us that it has been paid, so that we know that that it has been paid. Are you rich? I wish I was rich. I do own several businesses, and I work really super hard, and I do have a nice truck, but I am not rich. I am not rich by any way, means, shape, or form. This is the most people I've had in chat ever, and I've done like 9 of these. So you guys are like throwing me off. I can't think of what I'm doing. Let's manage our database. And right now we're in pending, so I think what we need to do is we need to have a special field, and that special field should be like paid or viewed, or you know, let's just call it oh, what do we want to do? Let's just call it viewed, and it'll be a text, so we'll just call it okay. And then we need to go to our field picker, and we're going to go to viewed, but we don't want this. I'm just going to drag it over here. Of course, our notes thingy is like way too huge, so let's make it smaller. This obviously doesn't need to be that big, so we're just going to reduce that a little bit. Set it in the center. I like the set in the center ones. They're just better that way. You know me, I'm very much a perfectionist. I want it to be exactly correct. And so, true or false for pending invoices. True or false? That would be a great idea, actually, a true or false. So that would work too. But now what we want to do is we want to create something that happens when you push this button. Josh, just tell me how much it is.
$25.05.
How much?
$125.05.
Okay. Yes, I have to pay a bill. $125. Just take it. Thank you, sir. That's also payroll, by the way. So I didn't want to steal the payroll. When do you get a pension? When I get really old, then I will probably get a pension. So let's find out what happens, because what we did was we set... Did we set a script trigger for this? So what we said is pending paid. And if we just click it, it'll just automatically go into here. So we set a variable. We went to the invoice. We went to we entered define mode. We did it without pausing. Gosh, look how good we are. Man, we wrote this and didn't even have any issues. Okay, so, but what we need to do is we need to set a field before we go to the layout. So what we can do is we can just set a field, and we'll specify the field as viewed, and we're going to specify the calculated result. And the calculated result is we can either tell it to put a date in there, we can say paid, we can put closed. I want to put closed in there. But you don't have to, because you may just go back and look at it. You may just go back and look at it and be like, oh, I don't know. So was that the right one? But that's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll just say closed. And so now if you exit the layout, if I was to press this button and go to the 2002, and now if I go back to my held button, it should say closed. Wait, why is it not saying closed? But it did create a new record, which is kind of a bummer. Okay. Edit layout. For some odd reason, it did not work. Why did it not work? Because I need to put it in the right place, Tim. That's so funny. I just left it all the way on the bottom of halt script. No wonder why it didn't work. Because I was just adding those things. Okay, now, in order so that you don't have to duplicate those, what you can do is you can say if. We can add the if statement in the very beginning. So if it says it's closed, then it's closed. Or what we could do is we could put a radial button in as well. And we could do a closed, an open or closed on those. You guys want to do that in addition to? So we can do that in addition to. So let's go to... Let's put in a radial button, because this might actually help. This is actually good. So in the notes field, we are going to, let's put the invoice number closer to the ID number and the date. Although I don't like that, not even at all. I want the date to be first. The ID can go in there. And it's very critical that we put these right in the right spot. All right. So now what we can do is let's do manage the database. And we can have a true or false. And it's a text, and we'll create it, and we'll call it good, and we'll field pick it, and we'll put it in here. Find a field picker first. True or false. Make this smaller because it doesn't need to be that big. Okay, And now what we can do with it is we can create it into a radio button set. And the values are going to be from a new value list that we are going to create. Candy drink, that's so funny. Values from, we need to create our own value list. Let me do it. What is wrong with you? Oh, I'm sorry, there is, happened to be way over there on the other side. So let's just create a new folder, a new one. And that one happens to be way the heck over there too. And this one is going to be open, closed. And we're just going to use custom values. Open. O-P-E-N. Enter. C-L-O-S-D. Closed. And they don't have to be imprinted, or they don't have to be big or whatever. It's fine if they're not. We'll call it OK. And we'll close it. And so now, if we obviously want to put those in the center. Edit layout. It'll say open and closed. So we can actually fill in open and closed. But you can't, right? Why is that? Why does anybody know why that is not working? And there's noises everywhere. It's scaring me to death. We will do a, we'll click on this. We're going to put it in the center. Why is it not letting me move that stuff? I guess it doesn't really matter. But we do need to go into the inspector field, and we do need to be able to see these things in browse mode. And now it will let me do it. If we exit the layout. Now it will let me put in close buttons. So now we know somebody can actually enter the open and close button in the system, say close, 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 open, open, open. And now you will know which ones are open and which ones are closed and which ones you've actually taken care of. And obviously the ones that you've gone to see will have, it'll say something here, and we can change that. It's not a big deal. Somewhere in the past. So for now, I think what we will do is, I just kind of got off on some wild tangent and completely lost the direction of where I was going. I am going to produce another video later this week. So let's go to, let's go back to the invoice section. Menu. We're at 2002. That doesn't make any sense. Dismiss. Only authorized personnel can dismiss things. You're absolutely correct. Dismiss. Now we're on 2015. But we're somewhere missing. Because if we go to, and that's one of the bad things, is that currently that we have, is that should go to the 2015 button should go to, because if I do a held, that number should appear here. And it should be stuck in the invoice so that it doesn't move. It's always in the invoice. So we'll put something, we will definitely put something into that. And we will go from there. So for now, I am going to close this one. I know it's very short, but I will produce another one later this week. And what we'll do is we will finish up on the invoice. We'll finish up on our admin sections, and we'll finish up on this particular layout. Don't forget to put your inventory in. Make sure that you've got your inventory set, and especially, let's make sure that you have your go to layout menu 1, set field menu, number lock, alt script. Okay. Make absolutely sure that you set your invoices, your inventory, and you get your menu cleaned up to where you like it. And just the template, make sure that your template is right, because we are going to not this week. This week we were actually going to finish up on what we're doing now, but next week we're actually going to be creating a second or a duplicate invoice and show you guys how to do that, so that we can have split invoicing and they both work together in conjunction with each other. But until then, I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm sorry that it was only 51 minutes, but I did get kind of a little scatterbrained. And CK, no, it wasn't you. It was just so many things going on this morning. I had visitors come in. They didn't know that I was actually supposed to be streaming, and I was streaming. And I had vendors come in, and vendors are not usually allowed to come in to my office, but they did. So we had to deal with that too. But hey, thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you guys in the very near future. I should be doing one either Wednesday or Thursday. Thanks, CK. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you being here. You're a good friend, and I'm honored to be your friend. Thank you, sir. All right. See you guys later. Bye.